Thank you so much, Russell, for sharing that with us. You never fail to hit us hard with your wise words of wisdom. Next, we will be presenting to you one of our teacher-led modules this term, the Basque Identity module, where students created an educational trip and itinerary of the Basque country to immerse other students and teenagers into the Basque country and the Basque identity. So let's give a warm welcome to Bella, Josh, and Estelle.
Bueno, a continuación les presentaremos uno de los módulos que se llama La Identidad Vasca y demos la bienvenida a Bella, Estelle y Josh.
Hello everyone, I'm Josh, I'm from Australia.
And I'm Bella from the Philippines.
We're here to talk to you today about the Basque Identity module.
As all of you came into this event today, we asked you all to answer a quick question. That question was, what was the first thing that comes to mind when you think about the Basque country? And while we got a variety of responses, we want to give you all a very brief introduction to the unique culture of the place we are in now.
So for those of you who don't know much about Basque culture, you're in luck because we've created a special crash course just for you.
Starting in 3, 2, 1. As you can see here, Basque Country is just one of the 17 autonomous regions here in Spain. It is located there in the northeast.
So what makes this region special, you might ask? Well, Basque Country has a long and rich history with many unique cultural elements not found elsewhere in Spain.
Basque people are known for their very strong cultural pride. Indeed, they definitely have something to be proud of, especially with their delicious food like pinchos and pastel vasco. The Basque language, otherwise known as Euskera, is the official language here in the Basque country. Euskera is popularly known as the oldest language in Europe, and it is a language isolate, meaning it bears no relation to other language known so far. Bilbao, the beautiful city we reside in now, is well known as an art and architectural hub here in Europe. A majority of people here are also Roman Catholic, and it has been this way for centuries.
All in all, Basque Country and its culture are very unique, mostly because it has been preserved so well and remains a big part of life here. So, now that you're all up to speed, let's dive into our module. Our project was based around our driving question, what does it mean to be Basque? So Bella, what does it mean to be Basque?
Great question, Josh. Let me think. Does it mean speaking Euskera?
Does it mean awesome beaches and towns?
Or what about eating delicious pinchos?
Well, it's definitely a start, but throughout our time here in the Basque Country, we aim to uncover what we think it means to really be Basque.
We had to look at this area of inquiry through an anthropological lens. This is concerned with the study of human societies and their development. And while we weren't able to become full-time anthropologists, we were able to understand and gain some valuable insight into Basque culture through the various excursions that we took.
So one of our first excursions was to a farm in the countryside. We visited a farm where they brought up animals and produced traditional yogurt and cheeses. One of the first things we noticed was that the farmer we talked to did not identify as Spanish at all, only Basque. It seemed that he had a very strong sense of individuality and cultural pride in being Basque. We ended up observing many other instances of this particular perspective after interviewing other Basque people. This was very useful to us in relation to our driving question.
Another excursion that we went to was to Guernica. Guernica is significant for two main reasons. One being the fact that the Tree of Guernica resides here. The Tree of Guernica was a spot where the Basque leaders used to meet and discuss various laws, also known as fueros. This was important because it helped the Basque express their own autonomy. Another reason why Guernica is so significant is because it was the site of a bombing during the Spanish Civil War. The bombing was thought to be led by Francisco Franco, who later became the dictator of Spain. And during Franco's regime, speaking Euskera was banned. What is interesting about this is that when Basque language was banned, Basque identity supposedly grew. This exemplifies the great resilience that the Basque people have in preserving their culture, and the knowledge that we acquired from this Guernica excursion helped us shape our understanding of our driving question as well.
Another one of our enriching excursions was to the coastal town of Bilbao. Due to its convenient geographical location, it was an important port during the beginning of maritime trade and exploration in Europe. With a booming whaling industry, the Basques began to explore the Atlantic Ocean, and Basque sailors also helped crew many of the ships voyaging across the Atlantic Ocean. After our time exploring and connecting with individuals in Bilbao, we discovered that fishing and whaling has helped establish the Basques' role in the world. It has also made the Basque open to the rest of the world through globalization and through the sharing of goods and intellect.
So now we will talk about the application of the knowledge that we acquired. So our entire module was divided into two main groups, one being the teacher-led and the other being the student-led. We will first talk about the teacher-led product. So the teacher-led group was tasked with creating an itinerary and curriculum for an educational trip to the Basque Country. We worked closely with a company called Jungle Lore Student Expeditions, which is a tour company based in India. Jungle Lore designs itineraries to help students engage in experiential learning. And what we needed to do was we needed to create a 7-day itinerary in the Basque Country, which Jungle Lore had the option to adopt if they chose to do so. Our project was divided into 3 main parts, that being content, risk assessment, and logistics. For time's sake, we will only be talking about the content part of our project. Looking at our itinerary at a high level, we can see that we've divided it into 7 main themes. Each theme corresponds to 1 day in the 7-day itinerary. We designed it this way since we wanted to create a historical narrative to help the students understand just how Basque identity has developed throughout history.
So for day 1, students will be going on a bike ride that will help them learn the roots of the Basque Country and set a foundation for the next days to come. Day 2 will outline activities relating to the influence of outside countries and the revival of Bilbao through the Guggenheim effect. Day 3 will help the students explore the significance of the region throughout history and religion. Day 4, students will be going on a trip to San Sebastian, where they will learn about the Basque connection to the sea. On day 5, students will go to Guernica and discover how Basque identity developed through the Spanish Civil War. On day 6, students will go on a scavenger hunt in Pamplona to understand how the concept of freedom evolved throughout history. And lastly, day 7 will help the students explore how Basque culture is being preserved today by visiting a Basque festival.
To extend our summative even further, we decided to create a website to present our work in a more visual way. This is the first thing that shows up when you enter the website. And as you can see here on the homepage, we have titled our expedition Exploring Euskadi. And we have also provided a short description to get the students more excited about going on the trip. The second thing I wanted to point out was that when you hover over the itinerary button of our website, you can access a short description of each day.
So we have an example of one of the days we've planned. Day 7 will explore the theme of preservation, and you can see on the website here, we have a short description of the activities planned for that day. Below that, we include a primer and a reflection. So the primer works as background knowledge so that students don't go in knowing absolutely nothing about what they're about to do. And then a reflection at the end of the day helps them reflect on their experiences and consolidate their knowledge.
We invite everyone to view our work on our website, which can be accessed if you take a photo of the QR code here, or if you enter this link into your browser.
I'll give you a few seconds to take a photo if you want. So now that we've introduced the teacher-led, this is Estelle, and she'll be talking about the Create Your Own Adventure side of our module.
Hi. So in addition to the teacher-led part of our module, there was also the option to take a student-led option. While we learn the same content, we have displayed our learning in a different way. There are 4 student-led projects that can be viewed in the exhibitions part of the showcase, which is next in the other room. The projects you can view are Maria's, who investigated the role of the Basque language, Euskara, in the Basque identity. She has synthesized her gatherings in a short book. Next is Lillian, who has also worked on a photography book displaying their exploration into the question of what it means to be Basque. They have also written about the topics of religion, language, and agriculture. Third is Aurora's, who created a compilation of creative writing pieces that depict Basque families throughout history. Last is myself, Chase, and Farabi's work. We have created a digital and interactive collage to convey the complexities of the Basque identity. Thank you.
So to bring it all back, in the end, did we really answer our question?
Well, yes and no. The thing is that cultural identity is so vast and complex, and even with all the investigation that we've done so far, we have nearly scratched the surface. There's so much more to discover that by saying that we completely understand Basque culture wouldn't nearly do it justice. What we'd like to take away from this module is that we now understand the great beauty, richness, and complexity of the Basque culture. Learning about the resilience and pure determination that the Basque people have for their culture is truly inspiring.
We feel humbled to have learned about even just a fraction of Basque identity, and we're extremely grateful for all the amazing people who have taught us about their heritage. To end this presentation, we'd like to thank all of those who helped us make this happen. Thank you to Matt and Christine for guiding us on this enlightening journey, to my classmates and group mates for pulling through and putting in all their hard work. And most of all, to those that have opened their hearts and shared with us the stories of their history, culture, and most valued beliefs. Thank you to the people of the Basque Country.
Lamentablemente no podemos traducir todas las presentaciones, pero de lo que trata este módulo es explorar la identidad vasca a través de la antropología cultural, y lo que hicieron los estudiantes fue ir en algunos viajes y aventuras a través del País Vasco y aprendieron cómo vive la gente realmente aquí y realmente se metieron en la cultura, y por eso al final les dieron las gracias porque realmente aprendieron un montón, y como vieron, crearon un sitio web y un itinerario para estudiantes en el futuro que podrían venir a visitar el País Vasco y en tan solo 7 días de aprender tanto, todo lo que ellos han aprendido en 1 mes y medio. Entonces, muchísimas gracias a quienes fueron parte de esto, que incluye a todas las familias que nos invitaron a sus casas durante este tiempo. Esta tarde, ya les presentamos. Luego de las presentaciones, les guiaremos al espacio de exhibiciones, donde podrán ver una galería de arte y algunos proyectos personales. Los proyectos personales les dan a los estudiantes la oportunidad de guiar su propio aprendizaje. Ellos escogen su tema y la duración del proyecto, y con la ayuda de nuestros educadores retienen el control de su aprendizaje. Entonces, a continuación, les presentaremos un proyecto personal de nuestra compañera Madu, que les presentará sobre los 5 elementos de un discurso. Para esta presentación es que necesitaban la parte interactiva que les enseñamos al principio, así que gracias por llenar esa preguntita del comienzo de la presentación.
So a huge thank you to Bella, Estelle, and Josh for sharing with us about the immense complexities of the Basque identity. And so next up, we will be bringing up Madi to the stage to present her personal project on the 5 elements of speech. And so to give you a brief explanation, personal projects are where students have the opportunity to design their own learning, and they're able to choose a topic of their own, and as well as an interest of their choice, with a timeline of their project, as well as a budget, and with guidance from staff, they are able to retain ultimate control of their own learning. And so we would like to ask for the audience's interaction with the menti.com. So Madhu to the stage, please.